Right, morning people. Ivy House today. Peg 14, not what I wanted. If I'm honest, I would rather have had 2 or 4, maybe 6. But it is what it is. It's a bit shallow at this end, but we have got the wind off our back. So it all depends whether the fish want to be in slightly shallow water or in the deep water, to be completely honest. And the fish 14.5 metres to 16, little maggot feeder. I've got a rig to fish 9 metres, 11 metres. 9 metres left edge and 11 metres out more to my right. I'm going to put a bit of ground bait in there and just concentrate along. So that's it. Maggots, some fishery 2 mils, some nice expanders, a little assortment there, different sizes. Got some dead red maggots, some pinkies, and we'll see what happens basically. Quite nippy today actually, and left my hoodie in the car, but luckily I put my neck warmer on. That was lucky. Yeah, I won't blabber on too much. I'm going to start in a minute. I'm not going to film too much to start with. I don't think a lot's going to happen, but I'll do some updates throughout the match. Got a nice 4x10 strung rig, 0.4 in case the wind gets really bad, and then a 0.2 and a 0.4 to my left. Well, in fact, that's a 0.2 to my left. I wanted a slightly softer, lighter rig to swing it in on the shelf. I'm not going to feed anything there to start with. I'm just going to see what happens on my longer lines and go from there. All short kits, one long kit in case I need to stick it on. But that's it for the moment, and I'll come back to you in a little while. Okay, bye for now. Well, whistle's gone. We're on the all in. So I thought I'd film the first 10 minutes. I've just cupped in a little bit of ground bait on my 11 metre line. It's going on a double red maggot. I'm going to put some in my cup. Tap a few in. Let's see what happens. At 14 metres on the marker. Fishing away from myself. Well, I'm trying to fish away from everybody a little bit. See what happens. Starting on a little 4x10, 4x12 strung. I might change that to me bulk. See what happens. The moment the wind's dropped, it was a pain in the arse just now. Might end up pigging a few maggots on that line and putting a maggot feeder out just to see what happens and see what happens next. We're just going to have a little wag. I think it's going to be a slow start. Not seeing any fish top. Got a lot of colour in it though. You can clean my glasses. I have a terrible habit on this lake of just having to feel like I have to feed a bit on here. I mean, there's a lot of fish in here, and I feel like you need to feed a little bit to make something happen. I'll start off negative. Be a slow build today. Might be going a bit gung-ho on double maggot, but we'll see. This can be rock hard in the winter, this lake, it's mental. Come here in the summer and catch. Sorry, making a rusty noise. Come here in the summer and catch 200 pounds short. And then come the winter, you think, hold on, there's not a fish in here. It might have been a little tiny dink. Our wind's going to be a little bit naughty when it blows. I'm going to keep my marker quite tight today, so I don't really want to ping anything just yet. Not the case of having a line and then moving lines, just tapping a few in. I'm not going to go too negative. I've got the option of going a little bit longer. I'm at 14 at the moment. I can go to 16 and I can put a long, I've got a short kit on at the moment. I can always stick a long kit on if I need to go a little bit further. I don't know if it'll make that much difference today. Try and keep fishing as comfortable as possible, I think, today. Especially as I'm bloody knackered. I hardly got any sleep last night, that's another story. Interesting to see if they catch on the feeder. Both fishing to the feeder to my left, he's on the waggler to my right. A way of telling whether they're in the deeper water or the shallower water. You always get the odd fish up against the island, but you need to try and string a few together. I can see Peg 10's got one already on her feeder, but that's a completely different peg. Not in my section, so I'm not worrying about him. Might have to put a black top on if the light changes. Got a bit of dark water at the moment. I think it's going to change though. Might go on my slightly heavier rig just to make sure it holds dead still. Seems to be just moving around a little bit out there. I'm not feeding. I want to feed about 3 maggots, but I just want to test my accuracy, as it were, this wind. Oh, that's alright. That's all I'm doing. The wind's changed slightly, so it's catching my pole a little bit. Might have to go straight in front. So I don't want to feed a lot of bait on one particular line yet, in case I do have to move. The reason I chose to fish like to my left is it's like my water. I go in front, and peg 13s in next to me. This makes it a little bit fishing too close to each other. I want to keep my own water. The wind's now pushing the float towards the bank. I've got a back shot number 9 on there. I might put 2 on, hold it hard. Get quite easy blank on here today, I think. Well, typically turn the camera off, go out, catch an F1. I just had my first F1 about a pound, so that's good. I pinged a few maggots out there and then tapped a few, so I've got to work out whether it was, there's another small fish on. I've got to work out, I put a little bit of ground bait in there as well, so what's the case? Was it the ground bait? Was it the tapping or was it the pinging? And that's what I've got to work out now. This is just a little fish, but I'll take anything at the moment. So I should carry on doing what I'm doing. I'll just put another little ball in a minute, and this is on the bulk rig. Tap again, see what happens. And I might end up putting a little strung out rig on again. For some reason my pole seems a bit sticky. I don't know why, because I cleaned it. I think it could have been that little ball of ground bait, so because nothing had happened, I'll put that in and bite pretty much over the top, so could be the way forward. Little nuggets straight to the bottom. Oh, I just found it one. That looked a good fish then. That's a bit frustrating. Check me maggot. I find it makes me think that it might have a little go, you know. That's a bit frustrating. The tiniest of dinks. It was a dink, so I'm talking quietly, aren't I? I'll try and work it out as quick as I can. What's going on? I pinged a few out there as well, so I'm going to ping a few more out there. Just got to work it out now. Not do anything too stupid. Frustrating, the wind's got up and I had my float dotted down so much. If you're getting a few little signs. Frustrating foul looking, that one. Get a bolt down, get too gung-ho with it. There we go. Okay, that's good. Nice soft elastic on today because I don't want to risk bumping them off. Turn backwards and forwards, long little buggers are coming off on here. I think this might be a little carp. The way it's pulling, don't think it's going to be anything massive, but it's a fish. Right, I'm going to come back again in a little while when it gets a bit better. Well, 3 F1s now, what we? Heron, 3 F1s, a couple of little tiny things. Everybody's getting the odd fish now, so it's sort of, they're waking up a little bit. Just tapping in maggots and sitting and waiting has been best so far. 2 lines on the go now, left and right, 16 metres. It's not fast and furious, so not a lot to see, I'm afraid. I thought I'd do a little update on the hour. Just tapping in a few 14 to me left and 16 out in front. Trying to keep it as tight as possible. It's almost a little bit of a sitting and waiting game, to be honest. I feel it's a bit dangerous to lose feed. And I'm so gung-ho on here for loose feeding. I need to move my back shot a little bit, I think. Oof, missed the bite then. So at the moment, I think tapping a few in seems to be the way to go. So that's what I'm going to just carry on doing. So I definitely won't need all my maggots that I've got. But I'd rather have too many than not enough. I'm going to start throwing a few out my hand to my left. Put a little bit of ground bait in on my left line, 11 metres, but got a funny feeling that's not going to work today. Maybe later. You seem to get a bite as soon as you tapped in. So it's very. I was looking at ping literally just 5 or 6 when the wind drops. Just feel like sometimes it brings a few more fish in your peg. If I need to, I can go a bit longer. Don't really want to have to do that. Definitely apparently you get some bites as soon as you tap in though. Liam's had 2 or 3 to my left now as well, so quite bad to that peg. I don't know why, just gives you a little bit of room. Right behind the island. So I'm just moving between the 2 lines at the moment. This is when you need a good 16-metre pole. It's a question of whether the little bolt's better than the strung at the moment. I'm back on the strung. We'll have another go on the bulk in a minute. Quite happy on this at the moment. It's falling through the water. Definitely stabbing at it a little bit. The line straight in front's better because I can see my float better. I'm coming a little bit short quick on that line. Right where I've been tapping. Definitely a lot of fish getting caught around on peg 20, 21. Considering netting fish, makes me think the 24 is probably going to catch. Another peg that we'll be up against. I think it's going to be really tight along this little section here. I need to move my back shot a bit because it's just causing a little bit of a... I won't go before I tap in, then we go and tap in again. I think the match is going to fly past today. I don't know why. Here we go. It's just on them as it settled. I don't think it's very big. But it's a fish. Basically that's what's going on at the moment. 2 lines, tapping in maggots and just catching what you can. This is a little tiny fish compared with the other ones, but it's a fish. Well, I'll sign off again for the minute because it's there's just not much I can say. As I say, all I'm doing is tapping in bait, 2 lines, and flicking up a few maggots to my left, just out of the way, not doing any harm. You never know, might catch a few on that later. Only thing I think I probably will do is go down to a 20 hook. So I'm filling my pot up, feeding left and right, half and half. Right, I'll sign off again for now and I'll come back when try and get a few fish going. Now, battery's about to run out again any minute, so I thought I'd do a quick update before it does. Had a couple of F1s down there, just had a carp. Just 2 lines again, pinging a few maggots, and tapping in maggots, 2 lines. Trying to nick one from each at the moment though, seems to be out in front, seems to be slightly better for some reason. That's a little bit worrying. I'm going to have a quick go on my 11-metre line because I put a ball ground bait in there at the start. Looks like I'm feeding a lot, but I'm not, I promise you. Just feel like got to have a bit of bait going through the water. Alright, let's go on this line and have a quick go on the 11-metre line. And I'll turn off for a little while and another update in a little while. As I say, it's not very exciting because not a lot getting caught. Not much to learn really, just tapping it in, strung out rig. 2 maggots on the hook. And we're now going to have a quick go on my 11-metre line where I put in some ground bait. Oh, there, just missed a bite. Typical. One more go there. Just working out the feeding. I just don't quite know what's right at the moment. And I should have sussed it out by now. Should I just carry on tapping? I'll go back to tapping now. I'll have a quick go on that 11-metre line with a pellet on, just to see. Yeah, just sitting and waiting now, it's no good. Oh, there we go, look at that. That's, I think it's going to be fair hooked. That's a good fish though. But it could be, because it's fair hooked. I don't think I'm being patient enough either. I'm still going to have a quick go on that pellet line. It's one go. Let that settle down again for a little bit. Hope you can hear me alright. I'm sort of mumbling today. I'm going to turn this off after this fish. The simple fact that there are the ones you want. Let's see where it's hooked. Bottom lip, no, top lip, perfect. That tells me something, doesn't it? I think because I've just caught that, I'm going to have another go on it. But I'm going to tap some pellets in quick on that line. Just quick. Oh, I'm going to catch me keeping it if I'm not careful, and I don't want to do that. In fact, I'll just tap in a little bit more of this ground bait with pellets in. just gives me somewhere else to go. The 11 metres was basically here, and that line there, right in line with the 15 sign. Put that in. Okay. Funny, whenever I come here I always set a feeder up and I never use it. Ever. Let's tap some more in. You see what I mean by the bites being so finicky, little movements, and it's just like you blink and you miss it. It's very difficult to see the lot of bites on here. Like a tunnel really, which I've never really got the grips with. It's not a lot different than this, but I can't seem to get tunnel sussed. It's weird. I'm just tapping them in to try and congregate them again on my sort of line that I've picked in front of that little tree opposite. I don't know if you can see it, but and then by pinging a few maggots over the top to try and bring more fish into the area. And then we've got another one of them little things again. You are allowed to swing these ones in, by the way. So I'll sign off a bit and I'll come back to you later. Well, shows how rubbish it's gone on there on the feeder. Little maggot feeder. I had one F1 first chuck. Just stopped getting any bites or any signs on the pole whatsoever, so I've just thrown it out there for 20 minutes just to sit back a bit and see what's going on. Peg 10 seems to be catching. I think Rob Guppy was catching, I don't know if he is now. I haven't tried my edge. I just can't see going to catch anything down my edge, to be honest. My 8 metre line was alright. At least now I've had 2 and 2 chuck outs on this. They're not very big, but they're better than nothing. And well, saying that, they're alright. No idea what's getting caught in the section. For some reason this is all wrong, so I'm just going to quickly change this about a bit. It's just not quite right. I'm going to try that. Doesn't really matter as it goes round. So I've literally thrown a maggot feeder out there. 3 maggots. 16 Gamma Katsu. Maggot hook actually. Only 14 at length. I'm not filling it right up. I'm still pinging a few maggots. Just thinking that. I might miss the bite then as it goes. So I've literally got to the point now where just pinging a few maggots where on my pole line, and what's ridiculous is you go on the pole and you get the dinkiest of bites, chuck a feeder out and it friggin' gets pulled off the rod rest. It just doesn't make sense as a liner, you know. So it just goes to show that fish are out there. Lou's got a load of ducks in her peg. You chuck him a bar of soap, Lou. Got a load of ducks in her peg. I think she's fed her edge and ducks have decided, no, I'm having that. I think what I'm doing now is completely wrong by feeding maggots, but just not catching anything. So I knew this draw was going to be well iffy today. It's not where you want to be. It's getting cold as well. Run out of time fast, nearly good last hour and a half. I can see Rob Guppy catching very well on peg 20. 15, 16, 17, 19's not in my section. 19's just had one, 20's had one. I think Matty's catching as well. I can see peg 10 catching very well. Just wrong peg today, unfortunately. This back bit's been rubbish these last few pegs. I think in the last match this peg had £5 or £6. The first match they all caught a few because it was warm. There was in fact the match was won from peg 15. It was Matty Powell. He had 140 odd, I think. So show the difference. Few weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks makes a massive difference. Typical no signs now. I have another go on the pole in a minute, but I had to have a go on this. Just, you know, I'll chuck it out again because you get a bite quick on this if you're going to get one. I don't like fishing the feeder here because as soon as I start fishing the feeder here, you just know that you're having a not very good day. Dinky little hook length one just because so they hook themselves. It's not like fishing for skins or anything. There's a little gap there, so I'm just getting it towards that gap. I'm not going right tight because I think that would be just too shallow. I don't know how undercut that bank is these days, if I'm honest. You get the odd 5 or 6 pounder in here, which is always a possibility when you're fishing the feeder. If you're getting your little dink. That was a bit rushed, that feed. And a little bit scatty on me feeding, but gotta make something happen. I'll have another go in a minute, tapping. I put a little ball in Not seen any movement on my ground bait line, or any signs of any fish that's come over it. I think fishing long edge is going to be a waste of time. And you can't catch on your, we're not getting many bites on the feeder. Doubt very much you're going to catch anything down the edge. I've not, well, a guy on the 11's been fishing it for ages, I've not seen him have a fish. Peg 10 was catching really well just now, but he seems to have stopped. Rob Guppy was catching really well. I think he slowed down a bit. I think everybody's probably slowed down a bit. I have no idea what peg, the other pegs that I'm up against have caught. I just think we're going to be lower end of the section just because of where we're drawn. Can't see us beating 2, 4, peg 2, peg 4, peg 6. Just can't see us beating them at all. I'll have another go on the pole in a minute, but have a go down the middle again where I put the ground bait, I think, first. He's got another one on. He's good on here though. He tends to fish a long line, flicking it over to the island. We had 2 fish on this, so I'll probably, it's the same old thing on here that you get a couple on it and then nothing. We'll bring you in a minute and then have another go on the pole and then try chucking it out again, try and nick one. There you go, there's me just about to bring it in and it went round. I think this is going to be a little carp. Definitely not going to be anything monstrous. Well, we'll have another chuck out now because Liam's fishing long on the pole, he's caught nothing. Mate, your boy to my left's done the same, he's caught nothing. He's now on the waggler. That just sums up our side of the lake, I think, the fact that nobody's catching anything basically. One last go on this and we go back on the pole. I think the way of looking at fishing this feeder is it gives you a rough idea of how long you've got to wait for a bite. When you're on the pole, I'm probably not being patient enough. If you thought I'm getting it. Anyway, that's the score on the door. About an hour and a half left, just an hour and 40 minutes left. Not catching a lot. I don't know what weight I got. I might have 10, 11 pound. So that's it at the moment. I need a good run of fish from somewhere, but I don't think it's going. I just can't see where it's going to come from. So I'll sign off again for now and catch you all later. Bye for now. Right then, what's noticeable now is it's gone absolutely flat calm and really rock hard, but just have one. And basically, this, because there's no wind now, and you can see the little dinks. And basically, I think we've had bites today we've not seen because that ripple, and it's just frustrating. But I mean, there's not many fish here, definitely, because nobody's catching. But I think that there's more fish here than you think, if that makes sense. So I'm just changing my rigs a little bit now. I'll just put a little bulk, very light bulk on this rig. And I've got a slightly heavier bulk, but I noticed on that I was just getting little dinks and missing them. I just wondered if it was a little bit too heavy. So there you go, look at that. That's the first chuck on this lighter rig. Alright, so I looked it. But I'm going to try a single maggot quick now. Put the feed, it's going to go straight back out. And then try that one more time, I think. Just keeping an eye on the sound because I've disconnected once already and I don't know why. Hello. I think this battery's running out on this because I noticed that the audio just went again then. So the audio might go, so I apologise. I'm not getting off my box now to change microphones because it's getting too near the end. Anything I can think of is that when I'm turning away it's losing its signal. Anyway, I'll keep talking. So next door's just have one as well, so it just proves a point, doesn't it? Well, next door started getting a few and I can't catch. Which is very frustrating. Doing exactly the same thing we are. Just one of them bloody things at the moment. It's frustrating. Right, the sound keeps cutting out, so I'm going to have to just apologise now. going to switch off, and I'm going to just have to do some subtitles of what happens. But pretty much, basically, this is going to be. So it's pretty much doing what I'm doing now. So the sound keeps cutting out. So I'll stop recording and take some pictures for later. Bye for now. Well, went there the last 15 minutes. Sound keeps disappearing, so apologies. Just throwing the tip out again. Had a couple of little bites on the pole and it just went all funny again. Just absolute waste of time. Completely honest. Just don't know. It's not been very good. So one more chuck on this. Hope it goes around quick. That's all I can say. If the sound goes again, I apologise. I don't know what's going on. I think it could be the signal, the wind. I need to get that sorted as well. I'll get there eventually. First time I've done this, I would say first year I've tried doing this, so it's a learning curve. I'm literally just chucking it out there, stinging it in the rest, and hoping it goes round. Basically, holding it. But I think it's that time now where nothing seems to be working, you know. Just for a little while, start getting the odd little sign on the pole. Definitely think a few fish were coming right underneath the pole cut when you were tapping the bait in, and then just disappearing as quick as they showed up. So that's a bit weird, of a weird one. Just don't think the fish want to be around here. I mean, peg 10 basically been catching all day, and peg 11 suddenly started catching a few. And it keeps going. It just went again then, so it will go again in a minute, and I'll just have to accept the fact that it's gone again. Try and get one more on this. Sorry about the sound, keep going. So I've had 2 or 3 F1s in the last literally few minutes. Whistle's going to go in a minute. Too late. There we go. At least we caught a few in the end, but we won't not going to get many points today, unfortunately. I think the pegs at the other end have caught quite well. There we go. It's all dying on me now. Batteries are going again. Cut long story short, no good. I think peg 6 has won our section from what we've seen, but we don't know what 2, 4 and 24 are caught. They're all going to beat us. We've just had it. We're in the wrong end today. It's unfortunate that's my winter league over really, because I can't drop. You know, I've got to drop a 6, and today's going to be at the best a 4, I think. So that's not any good. Right, I'm going to sign off because I need to get packed up. Speak to you in a while.